this one out of the UBC. It's their Okanagan campus.
Yeah,
They
this is
denied.
wild.
Yeah, and I peeked into it a little bit further too because I thought anyway, this comes from Jonathan K, who posted to X that the student union at Okanagan's UBC campus denied an application for a student conservative party club. And amazingly, the students union VP internal flat out admitted that the decision was made on the basis of partisan political considerations. And so he posted the email there. And of course, it's a he, him, his student union
Every
vice
damn time.
president. Um, but basically, it's clarifying the board's decision. There were differing opinions among the directors. Some were in favor of ratifying the club, considering Kelowna's conservative presence, right? So they acknowledge that there is one, and the opportunity for political debates featuring various perspectives. However, of course, concerns were raised, and some directors were concerned that certain views associated with the party, particularly those regarding the Black and LGBTQ plus communities, could make students from these groups feel excluded or unwelcome. So that was their response. And of course, then Jonathan K posts here that they have a Young Liberals of Canada group. And let me just pull up the webpage that I found because I thought it was really interesting that they have a whole Pride Resource Center at the Okanagan campus. And so in the Pride Resource Center, which was established in 2003. So this is like a long-standing thing. It's not new. And this wasn't the proper link. Anyway, in there, and I don't have the link handy, but they have a Pride Resource Center, a sex positivity center,
Gross.
and a Lesbians for Livable Futures community. And so I posed the question. I said, because the UBC actually has an equity and inclusion office. And so I wonder what their response would be to this very exclusionary stance taken by the Okanagan campus. But maybe I think they might just be nervous that a conservative member, a conservative party club may actually outnumber their Pride Resource Center, their Sex Positivity Center, and their Lesbians for Livable Futures community combined. Yeah. I think that a conservative party club would outnumber those. And hey, if that's the case, then why not let it just speak for itself? Like, why do you have to take these weird stances and deny people the ability to have a club if that's what they so desire?
Well, that's the thing. You have the freedom of association, don't you? So
everybody
why can't
else
you
has
have one? Apparently everybody else has one. And it's interesting that it's happening on this particular campus because the Okanagan is one of the most conservative places in all of British Columbia. Dan Albus is the MP there. He's about as conservative as you can get. They've got Norm Letnick. He's one of the MLAs. The other one is Tara Armstrong, who's so conservative she left the Conservative Party of British Columbia because they weren't conservative enough this past week. But here's the real problem, and it goes directly to your point, Tamara. Canadian youths, which is like the voting age youth, now support the Conservatives more than any other party, a development not seen in decades. And this is from the Fraser Institute. According to an Abacus poll, 36% of Canadians between 18 to 29 years would support the Conservatives versus 27% for the NDP, which hold the power in British Columbia, and a paltry 19% for the Liberals. Nor is support for Poilievre's Conservatives just a backlash from the failing futures of youths under the Trudeau regime. An Environics poll found that young people in Canada would vote for Trump more than any other group. 28% of Canadians between 18 to 34 preferred Trump versus 13% for those 55 and over, and 27% between 35 and 54. And then it goes through the reasons why young people are conservative. And so, yes, it goes to your point. They don't want this club to be full of young conservatives. And young conservatives are not just like yokels like me and my kids. It's not rural shooting prepper types like me. It's young people who just want to own a house, have a healthcare system that they might want to use one day. People who want to be able to access a healthcare system that won't offer them MAID. Kids that don't want to step over a drug addict on the way to play soccer. Like it's not extremists, as the left would call me. It's just severely normal people who want a little bit of what it used to mean to be a Canadian in their life.
Yeah, and I mean, if we want to talk about extremists, you can
Yeah,
go
gross.
and you can view for yourself
I just did.
the Lesbians for Livable Futures. Oh, it looks like they're actually scrubbing their pages, because I posted
I
this on
bet.
X, and it's already, that's why I couldn't find the link. It looks like they're scrubbing some of these pages. So for anybody who wants to quickly try to archive some of this stuff. But yeah, they have a sex positivity center where they destigmatize and celebrate sex,
No, we need more
sexuality, and
stigma.
sexual health, offering a
I'm
safe space. Like,
no.
this is yeah, this, and these are young, like, these are young teens heading off, for the first time away from their parents, first time away from their house, exercising some independence, and they really need to be part of a sex positivity center club, and yet they can't have a Conservative Party member club. This is just so bizarre and clearly not inclusive or tolerant.
Oh, hi, it's Ezra Levant here in Toronto with an important message because we need your help. Independent journalism in Canada is under attack. Government censors, big tech deplatformers, and the dying legacy media are all working together to maintain exclusive control on the information you receive. They don't want you to hear other voices like ours, and they really don't want you to be informed and to think for yourself. That's why the work we do here at Rebel News is so important. Our on-the-ground reporting, independent news shows, and special content you won't find anywhere else. It's all designed to give you trustworthy information and alternative viewpoints so you can decide for yourself. We don't get government money, and we are not owned by some big global conglomerate. We're funded by people just like you, so please support independent journalism and help us continue our work by subscribing and becoming a Rebel News Plus member today, right here on the page. Go to rebelnewsplus.com.